Happy Christmas Eve! Or is it Merry Christmas Eve? I was never very sure about that one. Because, it's Happy New Year, Merry Christmas versus Happy Christmas. Although, I guess in a lot of British TV or Christmas movies, they say Happy Christmas. I believe that's where I've been hearing it. Because I remember hearing it in a Christmas Carol version one time. Nonetheless, it is Christmas Eve that this video is going out anyways. I recorded it earlier. I was going to record them and have them interspersed until Christmas Day, but I figured I would surprise you on Christmas Eve by returning to a classic. Hope you enjoy it. Hello everyone and welcome to Miko's Corner. Today we will be playing Titanic Adventure Out of Time. Yes, I have played this before. If you would like to see a more thorough playthrough, I suggest watching those first. This is going to be my Be a Jerk run, where our sole focus is to save Georgia. Because apparently I forgot to do that in my last playthrough, because I was like, no, we should not talk to this guy because he's going to try to swindle us out of an item. But you can get this item back later on, so I should have just done that in the first place. I say a more thorough playthrough for the other one because I am going to be not looking around as much as I did in the past one.
The RAF has struck enemy aerodromes.
Titanic sinks 1,250 perish. 4 hours after striking iceberg, saw go down, no word yet on the Asters, first-hand account.
The American fortress at Corregidor is still defiant, but Japanese forces
subtitles.
oil fields. And that concludes the news summary. We now return you to our music program.
So I heard that by looking at the memory book, and I believe it was this one, and then the timepiece will trigger the bombing incident, but my understanding was that you always had to listen to the timepiece entirely.
See here, this isn't about your dedication. Pringle certainly attests to your
So that's what we're gonna do today.
No, your dismissal stems from the Titanic mission. That failure can no longer be ignored, especially now. I am sorry, but someone must shoulder the blame. The service, you understand. We can't be held responsible.
Most damage was concentrated.
She knocked, but she didn't speak to me through the door. Because of the bombing incident, I assume. But then if you go to the door and she does that. And my favorite intro. The music, the accent, the words. Oh.
The past, forever locked in regret. But what if the past could be changed?
So awesome.
30 years have come and gone since the night that saw the end of the world, my world. The service needed someone on the Titanic. They chose me. I was to wait for a signal from my contact, so I remained in my cabin. I left only once. Georgia was on board. And that's when it came. There'd be no second chance. It was Sunday, April 14th. Too late, you see, for the Titanic, for me. What if I'd met with my contact, prevented disaster? What if the past could be changed? What then?
So I decided that I would replay this because some people wanted to see a jerk run and some people wanted to see a tour. I had recorded 3 or 4 episodes of this and the tour, but the GPU scaling wasn't working for recording, so it'd be a worse quality than the first one I recorded. So I am kind of like, I don't want to watch the tour right now. So I'm going to record this. I may go back and do the tour. It'll come out before this if I release it. And figured it'd be a nice little treat around the holidays. And since I don't really celebrate Christmas, I think of it more in the pagan holiday type of way, where it's a time to celebrate, be with family, treat them with gifts, that type of thing. I did find out on the tour you can come to this window and you can open it. You can't look through there, like get closer to it or anything. It looks like there's an iceberg in the background. That's spooky, ominous, foreshadowing. You just end up closing it again. But I want to show that to you guys. Like I said, if you want to read what that menu is, go watch my first playthrough and then come back to this one when you're done.
Good evening. I am Smethels, your steward.
Hi, Smethels.
And if I may say so, it is good to see you up and about. You've been in your cabin the whole voyage. A touch of the Maldon.
I know a part of being a jerk would be to skip through their dialogue and interactions, which you can do with escape. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to choose jerkish interactions and phrasings.
Seasickness.
I should have gone with a different...
Especially
yeah, I'll go with
one's
jerk
first
options, and
Since you
I
haven't
will
been out of your cabin,
go with options
may
I hadn't said in the
instruct you on how to
previous
get assistance while on board the Titanic?
Let's Play. I do not need help, thank you.
Very well. Your correspondence. 2,200 on board, and they all want messages delivered. Here, a map of the ship for you.
Thank you.
Compliments of the White Star Line.
Do you think they actually got
I
maps?
have taken the liberty of indicating your cabin, C-73.
In
course,
reality?
On a Sunday evening at this hour, there won't be many people out. Will there be anything else?
Nope.
Have you unpacked?
Yep.
You'll find your trunk key in your bag on the bed. If you require additional assistance, please ring the bell by the door. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, it is 9:30. He's only just now checking in on me. We've been on the ship for a while, man. Hi, Smethels. Hey, sir.
Oh, hello. Don't think we've met. I'm Leyland Sekum Trask, metaphysical scribe and evangelist for the supernatural. I've been in London attending a conference on premonitions among the sensitive. You've heard of my institute, the Astral Bureau of Circulation in Boston?
The ABC?
The ABC is a place where mediums of impeccable character can commingle in harmony. This is a ship of destiny, which I think you know. There's a range, of course, but given the right training, psychics can reveal information hidden to others.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
I don't have anything else for you to do a reading on. He'd just say, oh, that's your trunk key. Hi, Penny.
Glory be. It's about time. You're late. Another 5 minutes and I'd have cancelled your mission.
Honestly, that is true. That's why the mission failed the first time. He got distracted and went immediately to Georgia. There we go.
Look at this. A German colonel named Zeitel. He's inspecting their embassies in Havana, Washington, and Mexico City. We know better. 10 days ago, the Bureau got word that Zeitel has in his possession a priceless copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, stolen 2 months ago in Paris after its purchase by a very highly placed member of His Majesty's government. Of course. Didn't they tell you anything? His lordship's watching this very closely. Very closely indeed. I wouldn't fumble this chance either, unless you fancy spending the rest of your career in some grotty Midlands back office shuffling paper about.
No, I end up losing my job and living in a shitty apartment.
No. He's with a protege. Name of
A bomb
Hadelitz,
goes off and I
believe.
die.
The two spend a great deal of time in the Café Parisien, nibbling pastries. Get into the wireless room. I don't know or care how. Officer Morrow wouldn't let me in. See if Zeitel's received or sent any telegrams about the Rubaiyat. You've got a cryptograph in your trunk. It'll unscramble the German codes for you. You use the brains God gave you. Watch people. Listen. When you find the Rubaiyat, knock on my door. Cabin F, 34. Use the second-class stairs. You should be set. Remember, this is your big chance. Don't fail.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not sure what this means about the items that you're searching for. If I'm going to get them, or if I'm going to lose a couple of them and focus on Georgia. I think I have to do a few mission-related things. So we'll see how that goes. And, oh yeah, and I fixed the audio problem, I think. I did the fix that they mentioned in order to not have them cutting off each other, but I did a test and I couldn't tell if it actually worked or not. I think the Gorse Joneses might be the best option to check that with, because they overlap and talk over each other. But we'll see.
You came after all this time. It's Georgia. I'd heard you on board. Where have you been?
Now I know we all know who Georgia is, but I found out last time if you say, "Who are you?" You get a little more information about their background, about her and Carlson, the main character.
Who am I? But it's Georgia. The one person you could tell anything to. I don't blame you for not speaking to me. You told me once I cared only for a title. Well, I've got that now. I'm Lady Georgia, wife to Charles, Lord Lambeth. Only it's all gone so wrong. Why on earth didn't you find me earlier? It's been 5 years. I'd have waited a lot longer to see you again. Why didn't you tell me where you'd gone? Dina hadn't a clue, nor did Jack. My letters were returned. Just like you to show up now, with everything such a beastly mess. You must help me. You've no doubt heard the rumors. I won't deny most of them. I can't. Even if the money's gone, I won't give the diamonds to Charles, never. These are all that remains. My insurance for a new life without Charles or Saoirse.
Oh, Georgia.
Saoirse, the owner of the Barbican Gallery. We're friends, of a sort. He's sailing on the Titanic, taking some paintings to New York to sell. Please. I mustn't talk any longer. Take it. Take the necklace. It's my only chance now. Keep it for me. And don't tell Charles you have it. You can't know what he's like.
Alright. Will she speak to me again?
Go.
Go! Just go.
Leave me.
Fine. She could simply say something like, "I have business to attend to." Can we follow her? Let's follow her. We're escorting you. From a distance. Will you talk to me again?
I said what I needed to, please. Leave me.
Okay. She says that leave me almost exactly like Charles does, her husband.
Third Officer Morrow here. I am sorry, but this is the officers' promenade. No passengers allowed. Yes, very calm. No moon. I don't like that. Can't see what's coming. No moon means surprises, as if we don't have enough already. Mr. Ismay, the White Star Line's president's on board. We're walking eggshells round him, I tell you. Though that's nothing compared to the creeping about my brother-in-law's doing at the moment. His entire London office is in an uproar. Tom works in the Admiralty. Seems our plans for troop deployments against Germany disappeared 3 weeks ago. Tom says the big boys are petrified the Jerrys will get wind of it. Could upset the balance of power. Politics. Desktop espionage. Bureaucrats. Pah, give me the sea. You can toss the rest. Never have. Not since the war.
Yep.
South Africa. Boer War. The officer was a drinker. He was drunk when they trapped us out on the veldt. On a moonless night, it was a massacre. We never saw them coming. Drink always leads to the devil. An interesting connection. For all I know, it could be true. A man's
I'm
got
sure
his
it
troubles.
is.
Sick child, being away from home. But I hate whiners and apologizers. Well, thank you for your insight. Have a look, why don't you? Mind you, Phillips will have my head if he catches you in there, but I don't see any harm. Go on in.
Thank you. Okay. Alright, no, not incoming. Incoming is just a bunch of iceberg warnings. I seem to recall there was something I wanted to look at or do, but I couldn't. Whatever. Hi, Max.
Don't you love the sea air? Really clears out the sinuses. Max Seidelman, Philadelphia, PA. Buyer for Haymaker's department store. The Sharpie of Spruce Street, they call me. You a sporting type? You look like the sporting type. Come on down to the smoking room for a nightcap. Riviera's looking for someone to play a few hands of blackjack with him. What do you say? Not much else to do. Not tonight. Brr. Cold as a cast iron commode out here. So, what do you say?
You sound like a card sharp to me.
If that's the way you're gonna be, don't bother. Sheesh, just trying to be friendly. Some people. Look, I'm really not interested in talking. A card sharp. Me, Max Seidelman, Haymaker's head buyer.
You didn't finish your sentence, bro.
Change your mind?
Yeah, I did.
Here you go. An old red. Only brand I smoke. Let's hit the cafe. What do you say?
Thank you.
Swell. There's a man
That was
there
something I
named
missed in the
Zeitel,
first
a
playthrough, is the
German.
fact that he
Claims he's a
smokes
businessman,
red.
but he's got something up
The hell?
his sleeve, all right. I know the
Old
type,
red. He
believe
smokes old
me.
reds.
Dollars to donuts, he's in some racket. So come with, why don't you? I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Hey, Colonel, how you doing? Willie, like you to meet a friend.
A pleasure.
Your match wasn't on fire.
Welcome diversion during such an uneventful passage, don't we, Willie?
Certainly.
Willie is at the University of Vienna, dissecting children's fables.
Cultural mythology, it's quite interesting. So only a junior professor, I tried to interest Dr. Freud. He's a genius, and
Yes, I am sure.
Aww.
On
Dude,
the
be
passenger list, it
unapologetic,
says you embarked at
unapologetically geeky. It's
Schönbrunn, yet I
fine.
have not seen you with the others. You were there, were you not?
I don't make much of an entrance.
I see. You are British.
So since this is my mission, I'm not going to be a
Not so
jerk
many of you in
entirely to
Titanic's
Zeitel.
first cabins. These days, most of the rich are Americans. Businessmen like Max. Tell me, Why do you go to New York?
So last time I did it, I said business, and he said, funny how the British aren't that good at business. So I'm going to say holiday.
I'm envious. Unfortunately, my work does not permit me to indulge in the pleasures of the leisure class.
The theory of the leisure class? I have read Professor Heaven. He's quite good.
Of course, no matter what, he's going to insult you.
Me? Inspecting our embassies. Imperial Germany desires to make a good impression in North America. Willi is continuing on, to the west, to conduct research on Aboriginal customs.
The Indians. They are fascinating.
You mean Native Americans,
Yes,
but
yes.
okay.
However, I place faith in science, not superstition.
The Colonel was saying this wireless stuff's revolutionizing everything. Sending messages to each other. It's the end of books and newspapers.
Like the
Not
Titanic,
quite.
a technological triumph. Here we dined in comfort while racing along at 20 knots. It's still tied to the outside world by the wireless.
That reminds me, Colonel Seidel, when I go to send you a telegram, they told me it was to be delayed. There are too many messages. The passengers...
I also stole it.
I guess do not care to hear a detailed discussion of your encounter with telegraphy. Now, if you will excuse me,
Please, excuse us.
won't you call on us tomorrow? Here, in the cafe. The Linzer Tort's quite passable for a British ship. Stop by. Willi and I welcome it most heartily.
Yes, most heartily.
And before I leave, you must allow me to give you some advice. But do not wander the ship. It is not good, I think, on a ship as big as the Titanic. Good night, friends.
Good night.
See? What did I tell you? What did I say? Them too. Up to something, I'd say. The brainy kid gives me the creeps. What a grind. He should hang out with that little blonde. She's a looker, I tell you. Come on, let's hit the smoking.
Hey, we know
I'll
that
introduce
blonde.
you to Riviera. What do you say?
Yep.
Great. Go on up. I gotta see a man about a horse. I'll meet you in a few minutes. Goodbye.
Sounds good. Ooh, what's this? I don't think I can get the old red cigarettes right now. So we'll stick with the pipe. Took a while for that audio to come back. Oh god, it's Daisy. Well, we could be a jerk to her.
But my dear, it's Daisy. Daisy Cashmore. Surely you remember.
No.
Oh, you are naughty thing. Don't think I didn't know you'd snuck on at Cherbourg. Smethels told me all about it. The old boy's always dripping with news.
You wouldn't
And
think
about
that.
Lord and Lady Lambeth. Ruined utterly. Scarcely enough left for appearances, I'm told. I always liked Georgia. Married Charles for his name and his fortune, sensible girl. But she's made her nest. Now she must live in it.
No, she mustn't.
Well,
There's always a way out. By the way, I had a thought just now. How did George's note get into Carlson's room?
my dear, I have a little favor. A tiny, tiny, tiny one. Off on some lark, no doubt. You do keep secrets, they say, to the grave. Ta!
Okay. She seemed pretty okay with that. Bye, Daisy. Who do we got in... Ah, we have Mrs. Conkling in here. Hello.
I don't know you, nor do I want to.
Okay.
Leave me or I shall summon a steward.
Excuse me, unusual to see a woman. Actually, they don't allow women in here. I don't want to be sexist. But what's the more jerkish move? It's getting late. Yeah, we'll go with
Tell
it.
me, do you approve of women who smoke?
I don't approve of anyone who smokes. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
If you want to be a bore, I suggest you travel steerage. Good evening.
How is that being a bore? Smoking is horrible for you. You are going to die.
Let me introduce you to Buick Riviera. Remember, he's French, and you know what they're like. Come here.
Good evening, mon ami. Buick Riviera welcomes you to the tables. I am always delighted to play with friends of Max. You look familiar. We make a meeting before? Deauville? The casino at Monaco? New Mexico. I lived there once. In Diamondback. Such a town. So, have we met?
I'm gonna say no, because I think I did the hard drive saloon last time. Which I believe is another Cyberflix game that they did.
Too bad.
Good luck.
It just gives you a different deck of cards.
Care for blackjack?
Yep. See, it's typical RMS Titanic cards. Which would be cool to have, honestly. 13. Hit me. 16? Or 15, rather. Yeah, that's a 2. Bust. Yeah.
You are the winner.
Thank you.
Magnifique. Another hand, mon ami?
Not right now.
Bonne chance, mon ami.
Bonne chance.
Good night.
Alright. I was wondering if we could bug Miss Conting again. Alright. Where to now? Hi, Daisy. I wanted to talk to him.
Hello. In need of psychic consultation?
Sure. This pipe.
You know, a medium told me the only danger in my life would come on water. Salt or fresh, he did not say. Damn it all, I wish they'd be more specific. That pipe's been someplace quite humid recently. I'd visit the Turkish bath. Good luck.
Oh.
Good night.
Interesting. I do remember as a child that Trask could be used as a sort of hint helper, but you have to have the right items. Oh, that's right. We need to go to our cabin. First class. Right, we're on A deck. B. C. Oh, why is my alarms always making noise? It's not like I have anywhere to go with my alarms on. Alright. Well, we are going to... Wait, that's the wrong one. I'm in C73, there we go. We are going to translate this message, and then it will be the end of the episode. So in here you can listen to your mission from this phonograph. There are information about current events and the war in another drawer. I'm not going to read them because I know what they're about, and I don't care in this playthrough. Okay, so the annoying thing about this is that you don't do any spaces. You just type it out. And the nice thing is that you can use your keyboard versus using your mouse and clicking the buttons. And then you go and press decode. Route Bayat hidden in Boiler Room 3, Coal Chute 4. SB will deliver painting after pickup. Will confirm Zeidel. Okay. Well, that's it for today's episode. Let me find a different location to actually end this, though. I'll go up a bit. No, I want to be down here. Okay, we'll face up. The famous grand staircase. So in the next episode, we will go look for the Rubaiyat. I think there are a couple of secret scenes that I found when I was first trying to play this and record it that I will go searching for. So, I hope you enjoy this series. There's not a whole lot of availability for being a jerk, but I am going to avoid, like, talking to Conkling, or if I do go talk to him, I'm going to be like, nope, I can't help you, bye! And other such fun things. I am going to try and force a meeting with the Gorse Joneses, because they're my favorite characters in the world, and basically they just talk to you. There's nothing you really say to them. Plus, they help you get off the ship at the end of the game. Make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications every time I upload a new video. See you next time.